gentle lady from Texas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. You know, for a party that can't even define what a woman is, I find it rich that some of my Democrat colleagues want to highlight International Women's Day and go after as if we are supposed to go soft on the secretary today. I'm going to demand that everybody treat us as equals and don't demean us just because we were born with ovaries. I don't care if it is International Women's Month. It's disturbing that this administration continues to peddle the big lie that people making less than $400,000 are not paying more in taxes. You said it yourself this morning that people making less than $400,000 won't pay a penny more in new taxes, not a penny more. And maybe you need to get out of D.C. more, because a lot of us are paying more in new taxes. Let's just review a few. Income taxes. Wages have artificially increased, but because of inflation, the dollar value has actually decreased. So many people that are making less than $400,000 that saw wage increases are now paying more in income taxes, correct?
Well, we don't have perfect indexation.
Fuel taxes. Gas prices have increased from a national average of $2.35 when Biden took office to now $3.41 a gallon this week. So are people making $400,000 paying more in fuel taxes?
More in fuel taxes?
Correct. Yes. So sales taxes, groceries have increased by 12%. Eggs have increased by nearly 60%. Flour is up over 21%. Used cars are up over 9%. Are people making less than $400,000 paying more in sales taxes for simple things like food? Okay, ad valorem taxes. Housing prices have more than doubled in many markets around the country. A lot of times, that's dependent on how much people are paying in ad valorem taxes. So would you agree that people making more than $400,000 and own a house are paying more in ad valorem taxes?
Well, these are often state or local taxes.
Oh, sure, but we're talking about taxes, and here's the problem. When you're stuck in D.C., we don't see beyond D.C., but people are being taxed to death and are absolutely sick of it. And when you said people who make more than $400,000 are not being taxed a penny more, I guarantee you they would disagree with that.
What I said was that the president's budget...
People are paying more than they have in taxes, even if they're making less than $400,000, and it is a direct result of policies that have come out of this administration. And it's alarming that y'all don't seem to understand that over-regulating, overspending, and increasing debt contributes to increased inflation. All of us are suffering from increased inflation, 14.4%. And yet, this administration keeps throwing its hands up and saying, it's not our fault, we didn't do anything. You've had party rule for the last 2 years. Take some responsibility.
The president is...
Last June, you told this committee that spending had come down and that there was no doubt that inflation was too high. And yet, the Inflation Reduction Act that you just lauded used budget gimmicks and, in fact, added $745 billion in new spending. And now the president has come out with a massive budget, $7 trillion almost to spend, and then $4.7 trillion of new tax hikes. That meets the very definition of tax and spend. And is that not a return to increase in spending?
The president's budget and the laws that have been passed reduce many burdens on American households. It makes health care through the ACA far more affordable than it was.
The gentlelady has yielded back her time. The gentleman from Iowa is recognized.